kind of closed up in that house and everything, trying to get warm and everything. But I'm gonna wake y'all up. I'm gonna wake y'all up, okay? Then I'm gonna put you back to sleep. I'm gonna put you back to sleep with that good old warm soup slurping hamburger soup, okay? Y'all gonna have to get in that kitchen. Y'all gonna have to get out from under them blankets and cozy blankets and stuff. Y'all gonna have to get up. Get up and go to the kitchen and make your soup. And then start all over again, y'all. Start all over and just try that blanket. Then curl up and watch a movie. Curl up and read your favorite book. Go for it. And I guarantee you're gonna fall asleep if you hit that hamburger soup. Okay? So, let's try this hamburger soup, y'all. Let's go on and take that strong. Let's go on and take that strong. Let's go on and take that stroll. Before we take the stroll, I wanna also remind y'all that I thank y'all for commenting, sharing, subscribing, doing whatever it takes, keeping your notification bells on, doing whatever it takes to get me posted out there. Okay, y'all, I appreciate that so much. And I'm gonna have more coming for you. And the more you put it out there for me, and the more I put it out there for myself, the more we gonna keep it rolling, y'all. So let's take that stroll on that hamburger soup. Let's slurp. Let's slurp it up. Now you gotta slurp it up slow. All right, let's go. Let's take this stroll. All right, Inspirators. I'm going to start out with this ground beef, which is a pound of ground beef that's thawed out. And I'm also have a half cup of frozen celery. Yes, I chop my celery up and I place it in the fridge. Yes, because I don't want it to go to waste. All right, I'm going to use a half cup of that. Then we're going to move about to this tomato paste, which is 6 ounces. I'm going to use that whole can of tomato paste, and I will be using also garlic. You can also use a regular clove of garlic, which will probably equal 2 cloves of garlic. And then I have the red sweet peppers. I'm going to be using about a tablespoon of that. And also I have the, I don't know how to say the name, but it's so good, bamboo olives. But I'm going to be using a little bit of that. That is so spicy. You got to be careful with that one. Also, I have to chop up my potatoes and carrots. What's a soup without potatoes and carrots? Okay, we're going to go to the onion. We're going to go to about 3/4 cup of onion. Chopped onion as well. As y'all see, I already have my garlic diced out, which is about 2 teaspoons of garlic. And then we're going to move on back over this way. I have a bag of mixed vegetables, which is 2 pounds. I will be using probably a little bit over half of this frozen veggies. Frozen mixed veggies. Okay, y'all? Yes, this is the way Mom used to do it. This is the way she used to do it. She used to get off work, and if she tired, she'd have me and my sister and them to get in that kitchen, and she'll just tell us how to do it, and that is how we learned. And she didn't move an inch. She sat down while we did everything. So y'all, I know that look kind of yucky there, but that is a broth, and it's a stock. It's called a stock because I kind of boiled it off. That's chicken stock. Okay, that's a homemade chicken stock. And also we have parsley right here going on. Then we also have the black pepper going on. I'm going to be using those. All right. And the paprika said, move on out the way. I'm going to get used to. Yes. All right, as I showed you, we're going to be using parsley. We're going to be using garlic powder. Yes, garlic powder. As if we don't have enough Then I have the ground thyme. We're going to use that again. And we're also going to use garlic. I mean, not garlic. Don't. We're also going to use onion powder as well. Yes, we're going to just really give it that good flavor. All right, I'm going to start by placing my veggies that I already cut up. I personally cut up. We're going to steam. Now, we're not going to steam it. Let me take that back. I'm going to pour the chicken stock into it. And yes, this chicken came. What did I do? Did I bake this chicken? Yes, I baked that chicken, that whole chicken. And we're going to pour all of it in there, as much as we can get in there. And that's probably about a cup and a half so far right there. And what I'm going to do is boil it on low to medium heat. And then afterwards, we're going to do that for about 15 minutes. And if your broth is not already hot, you might want to try at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You might want to try 10 minutes. And then I'm also going to come with the frozen veggies, mixed veggies. And as you notice, there is no potatoes in this mixed veggie. And there is plenty of carrots, but I just love carrots, y'all. I just had to add extra. So that's why I added the potatoes. I got to have potatoes in my soup, especially in my hamburger soup. And then we're going to let them all stay in there. We're going to put the lid on top of them and let them steam. We're going to turn the heat down a little bit low. And we're going to let them steam. We're going to stir it around a little bit. Get it stirred up. Make sure that broth touch all of those veggies. Yeah, this is a stretch meal. This meal, we used to kind of stretch. This stretched for the whole family. Yeah. And as you see, I'm adding more broth into it. Well, I'm going to say stock because it's more stock than broth. And it's probably going to equal out to be 2 cups of stock. Okay, meanwhile, while our veggies are steaming, I'm going ahead and I'm starting on my ground beef. As y'all notice, there's a lot of water on this ground beef. I'm going to drain some of that off of there. As soon as my ground beef has cooked, I'm going to drain some off. And I know that can be like a beef broth. But it depends on how much oil in it. I think it has more water than oil, this beef here. So I'm going to drain it off, and it depends on how much water is on it, how much oil on it. Take that back. How much oil on it. If it's too much oil on it, I will not be using it. And as y'all can see, I have done that, and there is still water draining off of this ground beef. But it's going to be enough that it's not going to affect the soup. And if there's more water than oil or fat, more water than fat, I take all that back, then I will be using the beef stock, the beef broth. Get it right. I will be using it if it doesn't have that much fat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. And I always try to add my onions and my garlic when I'm doing when I'm cooking with ground beef, stovetop wise. I try to cook it this way. I like to cook the meat before I put the veggies in, because I feel like the fat in the water is going to take away from the taste and the flavor of all the veggies going in. So this is why I do what I do. This is why I do this number. I prefer to do it this way. Sometimes I even do it, with the seasonings. I like to add my seasonings last. Gonna stir that around real good. And by the way, you guys, I have my heat on medium to high, close to high. Okay, we're gonna let those veggies kind of saute within the beef. Okay, then I'm gonna come with the pasta. Then I'm also coming with flour. That's about 1.5 tablespoons of flour. Okay, my veggies are kind of halfway sauteed. They're not all the way cooked. I prefer them not to be all the way cooked, because I do not want them overcooked, because they're gonna do some more. I'm gonna add them to the heat a little bit more when I combine the beef into it. And it's gonna continue to cook out that way. Y'all can see my onions kind of sauteed. All right, I placed my tomato paste in, and that I used the whole 6-ounce can of tomato paste. And here I come with the flour, 1.5 tablespoons of flour. And I'm gonna mix it all together. Instead of making slurry, this kind of makes it a lot easier for me and faster. And your mix come out real smooth. Your liquid comes out real smooth. And all you have to do is just let it simmer, Let it low simmer a little while. And before you know it, everything is ready. That's why I like to do it this way. This is a way that I like to do it. Now, others may choose their way. I have their own way. Other people may have their own way. But I like to do it this way. Okay, as y'all can see, I poured that water in there in the can to get every bit of that tomato paste out of there. It almost made me a tomato sauce. So yeah, I always try to get it all out the can, y'all. Get it all out. Now that was thyme I just put in there. And yeah, about two teaspoons. Don't let me tell you take tablespoons. It's not a tablespoon. It was 2 teaspoons of thyme. And yes, you can use bay leaves. Y'all know I don't have no bay leaves today. And now I am placing parsley in there. Yeah, I'm doing about 1.5 teaspoons of parsley. Y'all know I don't have no bay leaves. Y'all know that'll be in the mix too. So I do what I can. I'm just doing what I can, taking what I have in my cabinet and doing the best that I know how. Making it all work out. They say when you have God in the midst of it, you can't do nothing but work out. So we're going to make it work out, y'all. I hope I got God in the midst of it. Matter of fact, I know I got God in the midst of it. Because I wouldn't have made it this far, you guys. All right, I'm coming with the pepper. And that was just what I just had was garlic powder. That was garlic powder that I had before that. Now I'm coming with the funny name stuff that tastes so good. But you have to be careful how much you put in it. I cannot pronounce that name for some reason. So I am placing like a 1/2 teaspoon in there. You must be careful how much you put in it. If you don't want your food overwhelmingly hot, be cautious about how much you put in there. And that I just put in, it was not overwhelmingly hot. It was not. Matter of fact, I ended up having to put another 1/2 teaspoon in. And I guess that depends on how much you will be making too. So be careful when you're adding your seasonings and spices in. So I put a teaspoon of that in. And then I'm going to come with my peppers. And these peppers are not hot. Okay. I think our veggies is ready for the hamburger. Ready for the hamburger sauce. All right, now that we got that added in, y'all, and we're gonna get our mix going. I'm gonna mix it together. Can't y'all tell I was raised in a big family? Can't y'all tell? I'm giving y'all all kind of stretch meals. Meals that stretch. I was raised in a big family, y'all. A lot of sisters and a few brothers. And yes, I kind of understand what it takes to stretch a meal or to make stretch meals. All right, I'm going to come with another touch. I'm going to go ahead and place brown sugar in. And you also can use white sugar if you don't have brown sugar. And that was about a tablespoon of brown sugar. Yeah, it makes a difference. And it kind of cuts the acidity in the tomato sauce, tomato paste, or whatever tomato product you're using. And yes, I just put a cup of water in it. And if you have broth, place more broth in it. And also, as a tip, you can also place bouillon powder, chicken bouillon powder. If you want more of a taste to it or whatever, you want more flavor. Not saying that it don't have a flavor now, but y'all take a good look at that. If you want it thick like I have it, then that's fine. If you want it watered down just a tad bit, that's fine too. Not watered down, I'll say broth down. And that is a teaspoon of salt that I'm putting in now. I'm going to let it simmer a little while, you guys. Then I'm going to show you what it looked like. Let it percolate a little bit. All right, y'all. Close up. Close up. That's your hamburger soup. We're going to let it simmer a little bit. Now, y'all got to go in that kitchen and make that soup now, okay? Make this soup now. Go in there and make you some soup. It's slurp time. Slurp time. Soup slurping time. I'm going to let it simmer. And this is it, y'all. All right, y'all get in that kitchen and make that soup now. But from here on out, y'all know what? I want to thank y'all once again for taking that stroll just to see how everything goes when you're living with V.